8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey, what's up, fam? Welcome back to 49 Faithfully. We're your hosts, Miriah Lee and Teran Lewis. TL, what's up, my guy? Happy Wednesday. How you doing?
Happy Wednesday. I'm doing good. 2 more games to go.
Two more. Chat, what's up? Good to see you guys. I see you guys already have the comment section rolling. We appreciate each and every one of you. Sorry for the late start. We had some behind the scenes stuff to take care of. So we got that taken care of, and here we are. So what's up, Melissa? First in the door. Good to see you. 49er Vito, what's up? What's up? Miss Debbie, good to see you. Alberto, what's up, gangster? Good to see you. I got your gift in the mail today. I really appreciate you. I love the extra stickers you got. Appreciate you, sir. Glad it made it to you safe. Red Jet Shell, what's good? What's good? Carcast, what's up? What's up? Got Don in the house. What's up, sis? Good to see you. Smart man. Stay away. There's a lot of good on Twitter, don't get me wrong, but there's some some craziness there for sure. JDLR, what's up? Joel, what's good, Joel? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Sin, Miss Sin, good to see you. Hope you're well. She always is posting, speaking of Twitter and Sin at the same time, she posts the most amazing pictures. Like, I'm just out here enjoying life, living life out on the beach. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm always so jealous. Like, I'm just gonna, next time you travel, can you just put me in your suitcase and take me back home with you, please?
I want to be like you when I grow up, Sam.
Yeah, for real, man. She's living the life out there. Hard work. She works hard, so she gets to play hard. Jerry, what up? What up? Chrissy, good to see you. Almost through. All right. Hope everybody is doing great. Everybody else that's watching, that's not in the chat, that watches on replay, hope you guys are all well, doing awesome. There's a crazy news cycle this week. Man, you know, the 49ers go from being a team that has 2 guys on it in MVP talks, you know, one of the teams with the most Pro Bowlers. All of a sudden, we get into the playoffs. First round bye. I mean, you can't get much better than that. First round bye, right?
Yeah.
We finally go out and play a game. Now, trust and believe when I tell you, I was not at all pleased with anything that I saw on that field on Saturday. But let's not get it fucked up. The 49ers came out of that game with a win. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters, especially right now. One of those teams that played Saturday is at home crying. The other one is getting ready to play on Sunday. I don't give a shit how you played throughout the game. Get that win. By all means necessary, you get the W. And they did. But you listen to the news and it's the shit. Our coach is shit. Our defense is washed. They're old. You know, like any negative thing that you could possibly. Debo sucks. Already today I heard there's a post, you know, that's getting people excited. Debo probably most likely going to play, blah, blah, blah. He's feeling a lot better. A guy comments under there, oh, Debo will play, but he'll get hurt in the game and be out for next season. Like, I just don't understand how, you know, the hate on Brock Purdy, how a guy in his second year, like, I think people fail to realize that this guy's only in his second year, full season as a starter, and has taken his team to 2 NFC championships now. And yet people want to compare him to Josh Allen, to Patrick Mahomes. Like, I swear, comparison is the thief of joy in this sport. Because it's when you start comparing shit, oh, he has to be compared to compared to Tom Brady, compared to he's in his second year. Like, calm the fuck down. Remember what Josh Allen was doing in his second year? Let's be honest.
They're calling him a bust.
Yeah. And now, oh, Purdy can't hang with Josh Allen and Mahomes. And like, why are you even comparing him to them? Like, just let him go out and do his thing. Yeah, he didn't have the best game. He didn't. But when it mattered, guess what? One of those quarterbacks led their team down the field and got a touchdown. The other one was trying to lead their team down the field to take the lead and threw an interception.
Exactly. Yeah.
So give me Brock all day. I haven't lost, I've seen some people put out videos that, oh, the faithful don't have trust in Brock Purdy. They don't have faith in Brock Purdy because they're always calling for the 49ers to run the ball. They're like, this weekend, all I saw on social media was run the ball. Well, yeah, when it's raining and your quarterback is obviously struggling to throw in the rain, and your receiver that the whole game plan was for went out, and now you have other receivers in there running the wrong routes. They're not on the same page with the quarterback. Everything's going wrong that you could possibly think of through the air. Run the ball. Oh, and you have CMC on your team. Let's not forget that.
Offensive player of the year.
Averaging like 6 yards a freaking run. Let's not forget that part either. Run the ball. Of course, that has nothing to do with my confidence in Brock Purdy. I wouldn't give a shit if Mahomes was our quarterback. Run the ball in those conditions. Like, what does that have to do? Like, there's just some crazy shit. The national media is just ripping Brock Purdy. Like, oh my God. Like, a couple people have come to have Brock Purdy's back, like Pat McAfee, Richard Sherman, JJ Watt today spoke on it. But for the most
Emmanuel
part,
Acho, surprisingly.
But for the most part, it's a lot of hate. A lot of hate. Talk on everything that's kind of you've seen, you're hearing.
Yeah. They always say if you have haters, you're doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the stuff that I get from Brock Purdy, I was talking to a guy at work who's a Packers fan, and he owes me some in and out now, which is good. But he was sitting here telling me, like, and I was like, because I saw some cut ups. I told you I wasn't able to watch the full game, but today I got to watch some cut ups, and like it was like a shortened version of the game and stuff like that. And he was just like, if Brock Purdy is that guy, then why you guys want to run the football so much? Like those kind of comments is what I'm talking about. Like you're talking about, like, oh, if he's him, basically, why are you worried about him throwing the football? Every quarterback has a bad game. He didn't look good. Let's be honest here. And there was some spurts where, like, man, there was a couple drop picks and stuff like that. But hey, it happened. It turned out in our favor. I'm not gonna sit here and cry and be like, oh man, well he could have threw a pick. The point is, it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So yeah, like you said, I mean, we've talked about this for weeks now. Brock Purdy has played an excellent season, but CMC is our MVP in our eyes. So the fact that you had the best player on the field, in my opinion, on the offensive side of the ball all year, I mean, he even got the award for it. Just shows you, like, if your quarterback is struggling, you put the ball in your best player's hand. That's not your quarterback.
Yeah. I just realized I got the two goats overlay on. I'm all fucked up, guys.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead.
So it's just one of those things where it's like, people want to sit there, but you know what? I mean, when I was younger, I'm not saying I'm this old guy, but when I was younger, like, that stuff used to bother me. Like, oh man, they're talking about my team. It used to piss me off, and I want to talk crap to people. But now it's a simple thing: is, look, the best way to shut people up is go out there and win. So I don't think and I think the fans get more overly emotional about how they're talking about our players than their own players do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think Brock Purdy's sitting back caring about who's saying what about him. He goes out and he just does his job. So yeah, I'm just glad that he doesn't have he's not soft. He's not this weak kid that's like, oh my God, they're talking about me, and it lets it go out there and affect his game. So the fact that he has a strong strong mentality. I mean, just coming back from the elbow surgery just shows you his mentality. He's a strong kid.
Yeah.
So he's physically strong and he's mentally strong, and you have to be more mentally strong than anything. And the fact that he doesn't go out there and let it affect him, cool. Let them talk their trash. Let them go out there and doubt the 49er football team. Oh, I can't believe you guys barely beat the Packers after everybody was saying you guys are going to win by double digits. Shout out to the Packers. They came out there and they played. I give a shout out to them. 9-8, they were talking their talk all week. They handled their business until the end. Like, they were there at the end. So the fact
And
that
they're going to be scary moving forward. Like, I take
most
nothing away
definitely.
from them. Like,
most
man, we're going to
definitely.
be battling with them for the next how many ever years? Jordan
Probably
Love is
5 to
there,
6 years, I would say. Yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, they're going to get better. Like, that's a young team. Too, that offense is super young. Defense has some vets and stuff, but that offense is going to get better with Christian Watson and all them guys. So yeah, they're going to get better. So, like, I'm not taking nothing from them, but yeah, the 49ers went out there and did what they had to do. And like you said, it was an ugly win, but the point is, it's a win. We're moving on. We're not in the draft room trying to worry about who we're drafting. We're game planning for Sunday. So that's what's more important.
Yeah, sorry guys, I have like something in my eye. I don't know. I find it really funny because I was thinking back to the last time we went to the Super Bowl with Jimmy, and kind of the whole situation of anytime we would make it to the playoffs, you know, with Jimmy Garoppolo as a quarterback, and the media was always loving Jimmy Garoppolo. Like, oh,
weird,
he
yeah.
takes the 49ers to the Super Bowl and Jimmy wins and all he does is win, win, win. And it's like, we were constantly like trying to battle people like, no, it's our defense. You know, like our team is carrying Jimmy, like they're winning in spite of Jimmy, you know, but he was held up as like this darling. Oh, all he does is win, like some like God almost to these people, you know, like they like worship Jimmy Garoppolo. And it's just like, now, like fast forward to when we actually do have, we have, you know, constantly Brock Purdy getting torn down because the talent you have on a team. Not like you know, Steve Young and you know, all them didn't have, you know, Jerry Rice, right? The best wide receiver. I mean, the best, you know, of all times. You didn't have him, or you know, like good teams have talent on them, like, you know. But it's like we finally have a quarterback that can carry his own weight, that is helping the offense. The offense just ain't putting up 30 plus points just because, you know, he has a part in that, believe it or not. Now they don't want to give our quarterback any credit. It's everybody else. And it's just like the way things just change in the media. And, you know, like Brock Purdy last season, he was like, you know, the feel good story, the underdog story, right? The last pick of the draft, the third quarterback on the roster. He, you know, took his chance, ran with it, took the starting job. And all of a sudden, everybody forgets that. No more feel good story. All of a sudden, he's, you know, everything bad that you could think of that when it comes to the 49ers. Like, it's just, it's so weird, like how the media works. And you know what? Fine. Because guess what? When you guys had us all in MVP talks and all this shit, that's when they were coming out and had some of our losing streak. And, you know, like I'm all for put all, you know, let us come. You don't have faith in us. Let us, you know, let them put that on their shoulder. Let those players fucking play even harder. Nobody believes you guys are going to win this game. You know, it used to be Lions versus everybody. But I've been saying it's Lions and everybody versus the 49ers, because that's how it's turned into. The Lions are the feel-good story. You know, they haven't done this in so long. Everybody wants them to win. Dan Campbell's the hottest thing out there. You know, like all this shit that's going for the Lions. Okay, good. You don't believe in us? Like you said, let's come out onto the field and prove it. You think our, you know, you want to keep saying that our head coach, our play caller, you know, chokes in these big moments. Okay, let him come out and prove it. You know, like the 49ers, they always get to the NFC Championship and they choke. Okay, let him come out and fucking prove it. Come out, Brock, and be the best fucking quarterback that they've seen through these playoffs. you're gonna have your weapons. The only person on the injury report is Debo, and like I said, he didn't practice today, but all signs show that he should play. They said he's feeling better.
Yeah, he ain't missing this game.
Yeah, he did do like practice work. It's not like they're just holding him out. He's not doing anything. He was like running on the field today. He's out there doing stuff. So yeah, I think there's nothing that would keep him out of this game.
Yeah.
And other than that, the team's healthy. So no fucking excuses. Go out and do it. You're at home. It's not going to be raining. Shut them up.
Yeah.
Shut them the F up, because I'm
For real. Yeah. And it's, and this is one of the things too, like we talk about, 49ers as a team. 49ers as a whole have a great team, offense and defense, and it's, and I don't like to get into the dick measuring of, oh, Brock Purdy, he's carrying his football team. Oh no, if it wasn't for all these weapons, we wouldn't be as good. How come we can't just be good collectively as a team? Because when you preach one thing, when you sit here and say, oh, Brock Purdy's the man, he's doing X, Y, and Z, this isn't that, then you're also discrediting the offense as well. Like, to me, you have to give everybody their props. Everybody's doing their job. The receivers are the weapons are getting open. The defense are creating turnovers. Brock Purdy's not turning the ball over. So collectively we're winning. So I wish 49ers fans would stop discrediting one to make the other one look good and vice versa. Because yes, we do have a collectively excellent group of weapons. But that's not Brock Purdy's fault. He's doing what he has to do. He's throwing to the people who are open. And at the same time, yes, Brock Purdy is looking good due to the fact we have a collective group of weapons. So they're all doing their job. So this back and forth of, oh, Brock Purdy this and the weapons, this and that. Like, and it sucks. I mean, let other fan bases and the media talk like that. But I wish us as a fan base, we would look at the team and give the team credit as a whole, instead of trying to nitpick and say, well, because of for this guy, wasn't for that guy, but wasn't for, whatever the case may be. We just need to go ahead and just give the team props. And like you said, it doesn't matter who talks their talk. And if they want to sit there and say, oh, 49ers, sucks. Oh, without Debo, we can't do this and blah, blah, blah. Let's just go out there on a week in, a week out, these next couple weeks, these next 2 games, go out there, take care of business, and you will shut everybody up. You know what I mean? So that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, like I'm always hearing football guys, talk, and it's the ultimate team sport. We love football because it's the ultimate team sport. Even the Raiders had their press conference today, introducing their head coach and their general manager, and he's even talking just as soon before the show. I'm listening to it, and he even says the ultimate team sport. That's why we love football. That's why we love football. Yet we never give credit as an ultimate team credit, right? Like, it's always, oh, it's this person, it's this, it's that. It's the 49ers team is just damn good. Like we talked about this all season, that we finally have a complete team. The defense doesn't have to carry the offense. Finally, because the offense can put up and carry their own. If we have to go to a shootout to somebody, we can do it. We finally have the offense that can put up points, that I'm confident that can go out there. Like, I'm not scared for our quarterback to have to drop back and throw.
Yeah.
Like the defense, they're great. They're carrying their own. Yeah, it's not the best defense that we've ever had, but they're good enough to carry their own and for us not to lose games because of them.
Exactly.
Like, all we need is special teams to get their ass in board, and we're good.
Yeah.
So
yeah, just like when they talk about the drop. Oh, Brock Purdy, he finally, he drove. People said he can't take us down the field, and this is that. You got to give a lot of credit to everybody on that drive. There was some sick catches. That Juwan Jennings catch was off the hook. You know what I mean? Like, you got to give everybody their credit. So I don't like the trying to pick and choose, who's the man and all this other stuff. And yeah, Izzy, I'll talk about that later, I'm sure, about Jake Moody. But yeah, it's just one of those things where, just give everybody credit. Like, stop trying to sit there and, try to prove who's what and who's this. And like I said, we have a great team. We need to just live in the moment and think, man, this is the team that we've all been looking for, that can execute on both sides of the ball. And that one team, I mean, of course, it's going to happen sometimes. Obviously, the defense has to build out the offense and vice versa. It's going to happen. But I just think that it's just one of those things where, like, everybody on this team is doing their job, and and you love to see it.
Yep. Let's say what's up to a couple people. We got Bebop-Aroni in the house. Bang Bang Niner Gang. What up? David Corona. What's up? Oh, you got your stuff. I'm glad that it made it safe. 49ers Jive. What's good? Jedi says, yeah, and I had this to talk about as well.
Davis,
yeah, they opened up the practice window for Kalia Davis, who was on IR. So hopefully, I mean, if we can get him back for this game, like, all hands on deck.
Yeah.
Like, we need that run stop for this game, especially. He's huge in the run game, and this Lions game, they're gonna run the fucking ball. Like, we got to be able to stop the run. And if we can get him back, man, like, I wasn't even expecting. I'm like, oh well, they haven't opened any practice windows for anybody, so I was just thinking, like, who we got. But man, yeah, if we can get him back, that's awesome. And then he goes on to say, also he said that Debo looks fine in the locker room. Yeah, the last report I saw before going live was that Debo was doing some work, the portion of practice that was open to the media. He was doing some work on the side field. He ran, up and down the field. He had a football in his arm most of the time, whatnot. So he was doing some stuff. And they said that during, while they were watching him, he didn't appear to be in pain at any time. It's not like he's over there like wincing or, like showing any signs of discomfort. So
exactly, yeah.
Like I said, I'm fully expecting Debo. Like, I don't think he misses this game for anything.
No, he's not missing this game.
Let's show some love. I know that the chat's, throwing some names out there, people that had awesome games. And, for all the bad, all the negative things that people want to talk about this game, there's definitely some good to take away from it. So let's show love. I know you didn't get to watch the game, but, we'll let you talk. Melissa brought up Moody, so we'll let you talk on that. But the first star of the game, that, man, Juwan Jennings, like, holy
goodness.
Like, I kept putting out, like, catch after catch. I kept tweeting out, like, Juwan Jennings making a big boy catch. Like, almost, like, every catch. Like, man, he's having to go up. Like, he don't care. He don't care if he's going to get hit. Like, so many wide receivers now are so scared to go up and get the ball because they don't want to get hit, and I get it, right? But, I mean, you play football, and he don't care. Like, he's going up to get the ball. Like, what happens to him on the way down? Like, he doesn't give a shit, and man, like, awesome catches. Like, we relied on him so much through that game, and especially with Debo being out. Huge. But with all that you can say about his catches, and I think he had like 5 or 6 first downs, like something crazy. His blocking, like that clip that's going around where he's like literally the play's happening all the way over here, and he's blocking this guy all
out
the way
of bounds,
into the Gatorade thing. Like, like, that's what you need. Like, you have to have somebody on your team, the Juwan Jennings of your team. Like, you got to have that freaking energy that, like, we have that on the defense with Greenlaw and Diamador Lenore. Like, you have to have that, like, they don't care. They're going to give it to you.
Send a message.
Right? Like,
yeah.
And, they talked to Shanahan about it at the presser, about Juwan Jennings. And he said that blocking him into the Gatorade thing, like, that's Juwan Jennings, like, every play in practice. Like, what you see from him on the field during games, like, that's him. Play in, play out, practice, on the field, it doesn't matter. That's him. Like, there's no switch to turn it off, turn it on. It's him. And he said that's why, if you guys remember back to even last season, training camp and stuff, like, the defense kept getting in fights with Juwan Jennings. And Shanahan said, that's why. Because they would think that Juwan Jennings was being too rough, he's like, no, he just plays to the whistle, down in, down out, to the whistle. And people, it makes people mad. And that Shanahan said he had to show clips of Juwan Jennings, like this is just who he is. It's nothing personal against you guys. He's not doing it to, piss you guys off. Like that's just who he is, And it's like, I love that. Like he came in huge for us. Big moment. He wasn't as scared of the moment. He rose to the occasion. He did everything that he needed to do to get this team a win.
Yeah. Somebody made a comment. I don't know who it was, but they passed it. We talked about this before the season started. How we drafted Ronnie Bell, but Ray McLeod and Juwan Jennings were both playing on contract years, and we're like, who are we going to keep? And both of them were both instrumental, with Ray McLeod being our punt kickoff returner, and then Juwan Jennings. But man, Juwan Jennings will be hard to let go. Like that dude, and it's funny because like when we drafted him, I went back and looked highlight because I know he played in the SEC in Tennessee. And there was this one play that made me fall in love with his game. I forgot what team it was, but if you go back and watch Juwan Jennings, highlights at Tennessee, there was this one play where it was at the end of the fourth quarter. He catches a touchdown at the back of the end zone, and gets absolutely hammered. I mean, like, man, is he hurt? He gets up, ball in his hand. It's a touchdown. He goes up to the guy that hits him and laughs like, dude, like you didn't do nothing. Like, I love that. Like, I love
Yeah.
that. So for somebody that played football, I wasn't the fastest guy or the strongest guy, but I played physical. I love playing physical. Like, yeah, I might not beat you deep or whatever the case may be, but I'm going to send a message. So it was funny. That's why they made me a fullback, because I love to hit people. And the fact that, and that's why, like, you look at my all-time favorite receivers, you got the Steve Smith seniors, Hines Ward, and Quan Bolden, those physical, they're just real physical guys that don't give up and just love to block. I love receivers that play like that, or just any
Yeah.
football player, period. So I love me some Juwan Jennings, and you're right. Like, this man has no fear. He catches in traffic. He doesn't alligator arm the ball. He's like,
Yep.
I'm gonna catch this ball. I'm gonna take the hit because it's what's best for the team. You know what I mean? So you gotta love a player like that. So yeah, I would love for them to re-sign him. Like, I know it's a long time from now, a couple months down the road, but yeah, he's one of those guys that it's gonna be hard to let go, because he's a receiver that can play for 10 to 12 years, and he don't have to be a touchdown machine. Just the fact that he
Right.
plays the way he plays will
Mhm.
keep him in this league for a long time, because he blocks and he's not scared to do the dirty work. Everybody could use a 3 and 4 like that. And
Yep.
if we don't decide to resign him, there's somebody up the road that would love to have him. That either somebody who used to play for, used to coach for us, or whoever. But
Yeah.
with
I said
with,
on last night's show,
yeah,
like, you have to find a way to
you have
to
to,
pay him. You can't let him go. Like, what
because
he
let's
does
yeah,
for this team, we have
mhm,
nobody else that does
yep,
that. And there's
nobody.
nobody waiting in the wings that does that.
Yep, and let's
So
be
you
honest here
you
with
pay him.
let's be honest here with D'Amico Ryan sitting back with all this cash to spend and have a franchise quarterback. He's licking his chops. Who am I
Mhm.
taking from that roster that can come in here and fit with this offense? And Juwan James would be somebody that any team would love to have. So yeah, Juwan James, I give you your props on that. He's like I said, I watched the cut ups on there and stuff, and man, that dude, man, he's so clutch. And it's funny. Did you see that on Twitter when Fred Warner, when he called that touchdown for Kittle, the first one, he was like, it's either gonna be Kittle or it's gonna be third and Juwan. Like, cause he just had a feeling it's gonna be them and ended up
Mhm.
being Kittle. But yeah, so that's one person who I agree with you on the props. And Izzy for Jake Moody, I love to see him kicking that 52-yard field goal. That's huge. I just remember everybody saying, please, Jake, make this field goal. Everybody was so
Mhm.
worried. And he kicked it and he made it. And then everybody was like, oh man, like, it put an ease in everybody's mind.
Mhm.
So yeah, I love to see. And the first one he missed, it was actually blocked.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, I mean, everybody wanted to see it. Everybody wanted to see him kick in a clutch situation. He did that. He still has to continue moving forward. But that's one game, but that's progress. So I hope it puts a better ease in people's mind. He meant kicked a 52-yarder. Let's just don't forget that. So
Mhm.
yeah, so
Yeah.
props out to Jake Moody.
Yeah. What's up, Ron? I see you. Also, we got your brother in the house. What up? What up? Hope you're doing well. Quest for 6. Better take freaking 6. Like I'm tired of questing.
Take
The
6.
quest the
Yep.
quest needs to be over already. What's up, David? But so my next one is Diamador Lenore. Like, holy shit. Like, I talk about this play often, and that's the play in the Eagles game where Lenore hit Swift and literally, like, you could hear his soul leaving his body.
My
And pretty
goodness.
much the soul left the Eagles at that point and never returned.
Yep.
So yeah, Diamador Lenore had a hit like that again in this game where like my wife was trying to sleep. She works graveyard, right? So she was up watching part of the game, but then she's trying to go to sleep. And so I'm trying to like be as quiet as possible. But that 3-play sequence where like he's up there, he stops the run on one, he like hitting somebody to take the soul, like the guy, like what I just talked about with Juwan Jennings on the offense, like Diamador Lenore on the defense. He's not scared to hit. He's like, we move him all over. He's gonna be shut down wherever he freaking plays. Like the guy has just had a crazy season. And then you get into the playoffs and he shines at the biggest freaking moments. Man, but he had that hit on the guy. I forget who it even freaking was, but and it was one of those hits where he just times it perfectly. And you're just hoping and praying like that the refs don't fucking do something stupid and throw a flag, And because it's like you don't hardly see hits like that in football anymore. Like back in the day, you used to always see that. Those hard ass hits, especially with the guys that we had on this team. But now football's gotten so soft that you hardly see that. And like you can literally on your TV at home, hear the hit that he just thumps, and like you do that to a guy early that you're gonna have to line up against for the rest of the game. That's putting fear in them. They don't want to get hit like that every time they come down with a fucking ball. Like you're going to end up hurting them. Like they're thinking about that every freaking play after that. Like that wide receiver, whoever the hell it was, that's in his head the rest of the game. Like this guy can hit. Like
Yeah.
he puts that into them, and it's like he's up there stopping the run. Like he's just all over the field. And in a day where Ambry Thomas, almost lost this game for us, Diamador Lenore shined. So hats off to him. And he's been so awesome and so good. No matter, like I said, whether it's opposite Charvarius Ward in that second corner spot or whether he's playing in the slot, he's been great for us all season, and it didn't stop in the playoffs. So yes, hats off to Diamador Lenore.
Yeah, I just like I just mentioned. I'm not gonna keep repeating it, but yeah, I love a physical football player. Plain and simple. I love, like I said, go out there and send a message. I used to love the days of Deshaun Goldson and Dante Hittner because people would alligator arm everything over the middle. Oh crap! Here, I'm not catching that because they were scared to get hit, and that's what you need. You need people. You need to put a little bit of fear in people. I got my brother in the chat. He can vouch for me. We play backyard football, and I was out there destroying people. And he'd be like, "Man, we're just a backyard football. I don't care. I'm here to win." And I'll be out there smacking people just because I used to be like, "Man, like you're not gonna like." To me, it was the audacity of you trying to catch a ball over me. That's how I saw it. So I'm just like, yeah. So I used to sit there and destroy people. Yeah, I just love it. And like somebody said, Eric Reed too. Eric Reed was a hitter for a while when he was with us. But
Yeah.
yeah, and I think we're, with when we have, you see, it used to send us home crying.
We're doing an Eric Reed
Yeah.
giveaway today. So
Are we?
that's
Oh,
funny.
nice. Yeah, I used to send him home crying. So yeah, it's one of those things where I think we're gonna, I love that we have Charvarius Ward, who's a physical corner, Delmer Lenore, we got Jair Brown, and then Hufanga when he's healthy. So we're gonna have a physical secondary, and
Yeah.
you love to see it. Like I love
And
to
Jair
get
Brown too.
yeah,
Next
exactly.
season,
That's what I'm saying.
they're
Yeah,
all of them. Yeah.
Jair Brown. I'm saying we have Jair Brown
Oh,
still. That
okay.
was, I said Jair Brown, Deshaun goes, no, Hufanga,
Yeah.
Ward, and we got Lenore. Like we're gonna have
Yep.
our starting secondary is gonna be physical, and you love to see that. Like just go in there and get that fear over people to make them think about, oh, I'm hearing footsteps, and that's how that's how passes get dropped and stuff like that, and then that creates them to make
Yep.
their kind of mistakes. So yeah, Dearmo Lenore was awesome. And last one, I mean, this is just self-explanatory. Christian McCaffrey. When a play needs to be made, you give that man the football. Plain and simple. And I love that he left this game healthy. I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure a lot of these players don't sit here and really care about what people say. You know what I mean? Like what people say about them. But I'm sure it got to Christian about those people in in the radio station or whatever the case may be, talking about we hope that Brock Purdy
Mhm.
gets hurt and stuff like that. So I'm sure these offensive players took it personal. Like, oh, you want to hurt my quarterback? I'm gonna go out there and make a play. So yeah, I love that he did that. And yeah, and I'll let you take over from this. And because I don't want to talk too much about it because you saw most of the game, or all of the game, I should say. Dre Greenlaw,
Yep.
2 crucial interceptions, and I'll let you speak on that one.
Yeah, just to wrap up CMC real quick, like the guy is just so clutch,
My
like
gosh.
man, his scoring the touchdowns, that put him at 23 touchdowns for the season into the playoffs, which most scrimmage touchdowns in a season, 49ers history, including playoffs. He now has 23, like I said, and Jerry Rice has 23 from 1987. The next under that is 22 Jerry Rice had in 1989. So he's already passed one Jerry Rice season. This game coming up Sunday, when he scores a touchdown in that game, he'll then have the most scrimmage touchdowns in a season for the 49ers.
Yeah. And I think
Coming
he'll
into
score
an
2 more.
organization, into an organization that has Jerry Rice on all their records, he's done some amazing things this season. Like the trade, I cannot still believe that the 49ers traded for him and were able to trade for him. So many teams wanting him, all this. And then still, every time I think of him, I can't help but picture that fucking C- draft grade that the NFL Network dumbass, whoever it was, gave us for the trade. Oh, that we gave up too much. He's injury prone. He's, already too old. You don't give up all that for an old running back and all this shit, and man, he has been money worth every single draft pick, dollar, everything that's spent on him from here on out. The guy is he's just too damn good.
And what's great, Miriah? We have him for the next 2 years under contract.
Yeah.
Awesome. He's a free agent 2026, so that's awesome.
And I'm sure, that's when he'll be ready probably to hang it up. So we'll send him off, hopefully in style. Yeah, Dre Greenlaw. To wrap up the three-headed dog here. Man, like y'all know, anybody who watches the show knows I love Fred Warner. Like the guy is just unbelievable, right? But part of what makes him so good is that he's playing next to Dre Greenlaw. And Dre Greenlaw don't get near enough credit that he deserves. He's just like every play, whether they actually get credit for the tackle or not, every single play, I swear, you look into the frame and you see Greenlaw and Warner in that right there. Every single play. They are everywhere. Like sideline to sideline, just they're both so good and they play so well together. But man, Dre Greenlaw, to get that first pick, amazing, right? And then you're sitting on the sideline and you say, oh, how about I go out there and get another one and go out and do it? That he said his last 2 interception game was in college.
Dang, Arkansas, that's crazy.
Yeah, this is his first and second interception in his career in the playoffs. And he goes out there and gets 2 of them in one game. When the game was on the line, our quarterback led the offense down there. They get their touchdown. All we could do at that point was put it in our defense's hands and say, please make a play. Whatever you have to do, stop them or make a play. And he's there, like to have it. The quarterback that they talked up all the whole week in Jordan Love. And Jordan Love had a great game up until that point. Don't get me wrong. He played great up to that point. for it to come down and that it's in their quarterback's hands and him to throw that interception, like literally right, Greenlaw's right there. And if Greenlaw wasn't right there, guess who's right behind him to make the interception? Fred Greenlaw was diving, going for the same interception. So they're both right there. So like I literally am in my bedroom jumping up and down. Like I said, my wife's there trying to sleep, right? By that point, she had already fallen asleep. And I'm like trying to jump, like, I'm like, jumping up and down, like trying to be as quiet as possible. Like, I'm a lunatic when I watch games. Like, if you guys follow me on Twitter, you know, like the motion that I tweet out, like, that's me. Like, I'm crazy when I'm watching games. So, yeah, Dre Greenlaw, Juwan Jennings, Diamador Lenore played amazing when we needed them the most in this freaking game.
Yeah,
all played great.
And I've watched games with Miriah twice. You know, in a bar setting, and even when we lose and people make stupid comments, she'll call people out, which is hilarious. Remember when we watched that Titans game at Joey's?
Yeah.
And that drunk guy, he got up because he thought we won. He was like, "Yeah," you're like, "We lost, you dumb ass." I'm like, Miriah, because he thought the guy missed the field goal, but he made it. It was hilarious. But yeah, Miriah is hilarious to watch a football game with because she doesn't keep her mouth shut and she'll call it like she sees it. I kind of just sit back and watch and kind of mellow in case somebody starts popping off. I'm more of like the silent assassin, and she's
what you guys see right here, like this is really us. Like he's quiet, cool, collective, calm, and I'm freaking crazy. Yeah. You know?
I'm the silent assassin, and I watch everybody to try to get crazy, so I have to intervene. But Miriah is the one who's gonna call it like she sees it, and she don't care what you gotta say. So yeah.
What's up, Shifties? Good to see you. Appreciate you coming through. Bashar, did I say hi to you? I forget. But hi, Bashar.
He asked if he missed a rant. I said yes, and yes, you did in the beginning.
There's rants the whole show. So Jason, what's up? Good to see you. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. Eddie, what up? What up? Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Let's do a giveaway.
All right.
We're about F-bombs and all. You got it.
That would be her for sure. All right,
Miss Debbie's watched the game with me in person. So, you know, but not in a where I, you know, like I had kind of like I'm trying to watch the game and have fun, but I treat it too as like I'm at work as well, kind of, you know. So I'm not going to be out there acting a fool. And there's just times, okay? So at the game, of course, I'm having fun, I'm doing my thing, but when I'm at home, when I can really let loose, like this a whole different thing. My wife's always yelling at me like, they can't hear you, shut up.
And it's funny, if you meet Miriah's wife, total opposite of her. Super quiet, chill, mellow. Miriah's the one who brings the energy.
She talks a lot.
Well, no, she does talk a lot, but she's not loud like that. She doesn't
I'm the quiet
scream.
one in talking. Like, she
yeah.
talks a lot, I don't talk
yeah.
very much.
So when it comes to conversations, you won't get a peep out of Miriah unless you pretty much ask her a question first. Her wife will ask you questions and talk stuff like that. But when it comes to yelling and screaming at the TV or when a play comes, it's all Miriah. Her wife just kind of sits back and chills, and Miriah is the one who's loud, and she's the one everybody will turn their back and look at, like, who's that screaming back there?
All right. So today we got, for this halfway giveaway, we have Debo, CMC, and Kittle. And then to end the show, we have Fred Warner, Bosa, and like I showed earlier, the Eric Reed numbered rookie card.
Okay.
So we're going to draw them in this order. Debo first, CMC second, Kittle third. Get those numbers in, 1 through 100. Good luck, everybody. Let me see. The numbers start with Melissa at 57 after, with number 15 for Juwan Jennings. So yes, get them in. We got Miss Debbie with her 69. You know, I told you guys about Miss Debbie, and that's 69.
She picks that number every time. I don't know, Miss Debbie.
So while we do that, something, kind of going back to this whole quarterback conversation a little bit. I had talked about, like how, finally we have our quarterback, right? That we can get out of these talks of quarterbacks coming to the 49ers. We don't have to hear about Kirk Cousins anymore. We don't have to hear about all this shit anymore, right? Like, we don't have to do this every offseason. Like, we have our guy right now until they decide if they're going to pay him, whatever, in the future. But at least for the next 2 years or whatever, he's here, okay? But still, like, news this week comes out, and it's just like the timing that they do stuff. Like, we're in the NFC Championship. All this shit's going out about Brock, and all of a sudden they release this story, perfect timing, like within the last 2 weeks, I would say, about, the 49ers talked to Tom Brady this offseason and tried to get him to come out of retirement, and told Brock that if that were to happen, he would be, the second quarterback, the backup quarterback, but have to ride the bench this season. But pretty much the only way that, you won't be our guy is if we can get Tom Brady to come out of retirement. Now, if Tom Brady was actually playing and hadn't retired, now we know he's already come out of retirement once, yada, yada. We know Tom Brady's weird. But, okay, this is what upsets me more, is that he's already retired and you're still reaching out to him, even though you have a quarterback that you supposedly believe in. Yet you still have a wandering eye. Like the whole thing we had to deal with Jimmy, that you're constantly looking for, and we know that obviously you're trying to get better, right? But we know why they did it with Jimmy, but it's like, you would think that that would stop, but no, it's like they still constantly want, is there somebody else better out there? Can we get Tom Brady to come out of retirement, even though he's 50 years old? And like, I'm so glad, if you were going to get Brady, you should have got him when he wanted to come here before he went to Tampa Bay.
Exactly.
Instead of thinking, Jimmy's better than Tom Brady, so we'll just ride with Jimmy. Like, we could have had a Super Bowl win already. But you already screwed that up. Like, let the guy sit next to his fireplace, sit on the beach, whatever he's freaking doing. Leave him alone. And it's like, now, the story this week is, if Brock Purdy doesn't win the Super Bowl, the 49ers should trade for Justin Fields from Chicago.
What?
Since Chicago has, the number one pick, and, they're trying to figure out if they're going to go quarterback or not. Yeah, the 49ers should trade. That was the big news thing this week. The 49ers should trade for Justin Fields if Brock Purdy doesn't win the Super Bowl, because Justin Fields can take us over the hump and get it done. He showed that he can do that, right? Like, he's one of the last people. Sorry for all you Justin Fields fans, but he's one of the last people I would want us to trade for at this time, especially over what we have already. No, thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, that's of all people. Yeah, Justin Fields. I don't know how you can justify that. That's just kind of weird. Brian asked, if Tom Brady wants to play with the Niners, how do you say no? I say you say no if you have once you win the Super Bowl, you say no. We won the Super Bowl. You've had your chance. You've come out of retirement once. You've retired twice. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean?
That wasn't him coming to the 49ers wanting to play either. That's the 49ers going to bug him in retirement, asking him to come. A whole different story.
Yeah, it's not like you said, if you don't win the Super Bowl, go after a C. I mean, it's not going to happen. But it's not like going to say, go after a C.J. Stroud or a Justin Herbert, whatever. You're talking about Justin Fields. Like, what has he accomplished to justify you wanting to come here? Like I said, and when I say these other quarterbacks, I'm saying quarterbacks that's coming off can what they can do, and a quarterback who's up and coming, who just had a top 5 season and a top rookie season ever in history. You know what I mean? Other than maybe Dak Prescott. But yeah, so I don't know. I just don't know how that.
Get Justin Fields already.
Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know how that name came up. I don't know how that name came up of all quarterbacks. That's kind of strange.
Denise, what's good? All right, everybody got your numbers in? Get them in, get them in. What's up, Daniel? Good to see you. Appreciate the sub. All right. So let me see. Justified Justin.
No pun intended.
Bashar, if you don't shut up.
I
All
love
right,
doing
last
shit,
call.
man.
Denise, you got your number in? Oh, let me show you what we're drawing for, I guess. That would be nice. All right, first we're drawing Debo. Hopefully our guy comes back. I know he will. To be, real quick on the injury report, CMC, for it to only to be, it going into any stage of the playoffs and only have one person on your injury report after all the injuries this team has been through, like, man, like we're at a good spot right now. That week by, yeah, the players obviously seemed a little rusty or sluggish or who knows what it was. I think a mixture maybe of everything. I don't get paid to figure out what the hell went wrong. That bye, we needed that because we got back a lot of players, like Ambry, he could have had the worst game of his career, maybe because he was coming off a hand surgery. People forget about that, we got him back. Obviously, Eric Armstead, people wanted him to have a bigger impact, but I mean, that was his first game back after not playing for how many weeks and weeks and weeks. Like all these players was crucial to get them back to that bye. So I mean, the fact, yeah, obviously, if the game would have went different and would have ended different, we would have been talking about, oh, maybe the first round bye wasn't too great, but it didn't. Like, that's the thing. Like, people are acting like the 49ers lost this week by the way they're talking. Like, we won. We're still playing. Like, fuck the noise. And then Kittle. So those are the first three we're drawing. And then to end the show, we got the bang. I love all these because it's always Fred Warner tackling down Cowboys players. So like you gotta love it. So yeah, Fred Warner. We got what was this? The Nick Bosa on 2022 Defensive Player of the Year tidal wave. And then, like I showed earlier, the Eric Reed numbered. Let me see if I can get the number here. Right there.
Is it 20?
20 out of 49. Eric Reed, rookie card. So that's what we're ending the show with.
Yeah.
So last call, got your numbers in. Those that are just joining the show, if you're new, when we ask for the numbers, it's 1 through 100. So you just put whatever number you want in the chat, but no duplicates. So make sure that nobody, before you has entered that number. You just got to get your numbers in before I call. No more numbers. And then we go through and literally just do like a number picker. And we pick the winners. So that's that. So yeah, last call, get your numbers in. I'll give you guys, those that are new, like 30 more seconds. Just
hey, Bash, we're going with your first number in 49, not 32. So 32 is no longer. He said he was confused about the giveaway.
Okay.
So we're going with 49, Bash, not 32 or 34, whatever you had. All right. Last number on here is 13. All right. Wait, hold on. 65, sorry. All right. No more numbers.
What's up, Ronnie? What's up, John? All right. Bashar said he deleted the other card.
Yeah, he said it, yeah.
All right, good looking out. Let's draw. Good luck, everybody. So first, Debo. 74. Old Joe Staley. CMC. Oh, 75.
Dang. It's crazy.
Looks like one person might take both those. And Kittle. 83. Dang.
Oh, high numbers. That's crazy. All right. Last number was 65, so no numbers after that, ladies and gents. All right.
And then, like I said, if you don't win this round, we will end the show with the other ones. So stay tuned. We're just going to talk about, obviously, this Lions game a little bit, talk about the other playoff game, and then we will be out of here. Appreciate each and every one of you pulling through. If you're new, please hit that like, hit that subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. Let's see
Okay,
who
let
these
me go
winners
through all
are.
these numbers here.
I don't even know where my balls are. Give us a minute to look through all the numbers.
So Denise has 75 exactly, so that would be the CMC card, and I'm trying to figure out the other ones.
Denise. It's CMC.
Dang, these numbers are spread out. Hold on, it's 57 after.
Denise. CMC. Let's see what else you're going to get, Denise. I don't think I have. Let me see. Denise, you're here? Because I don't have goodie bags made up, really. I only got this one, so I'll let you pick what you want. Where is she?
I don't know if she's still. I'm looking through the numbers. I don't know if
Denise!
she left or she's still here.
Denise. If she's not here, I'll just throw. Oh, okay, there she is. All right, so this was the last goodie bag made up. So you can have your choice to take this, which was a numbered Brandon Ayuk, and then a numbered Drake Jackson on the back. So you can either have that, or you can have this numbered Jake Moody, or one of these three elite decks. So there's the Nick Bosa elite deck. It's like looks like a card almost. There's Bosa one. There's another different Bosa one. And then there's a CMC one as well. What do you want as your extra goodie for guessing exactly right? Yeah, Cardcast had 85. I do know that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, just. All right. And Denise also won the Debo card as well.
All right. Denise cleaning house. Debo going in the bag as well for Denise. We'll let her pick, let her decide what she wants. It's the numbered Ayuk, numbered Jake Moody, or you got the one of the Nick Bosa ones or the CMC elite decks. So you pick, you decide. All right, Kittle.
I'm still looking. I think it's Cardcast with 85, but just want to make sure I don't have any 82s or something else on here.
All right.
But so
probably is Cardcast.
Probably
so.
is too. But just want to make sure because people get in their feelings when when I make a mistake. So let me make sure.
I'm torn between Bosa and BA. So you got the numbered BA, which comes with the Drake Jackson as well on the back. Or these are the two Bosas. There's this one. The stupid glare, I hate it. And I even turned the light off to try to get rid of the glare, but. Cardcast. Kiddo, going to you, buddy. Congrats. All right. So if you didn't win this time, make sure you stay around for the next giveaway to end the show. And as you see, if you're new, if you guess it exactly right, you always get something extra because, it's hard. It's hard to even guess the winning number, let alone guess it exactly right.
Exactly.
So we like to give you, we're from Vegas. We like to give you a little something. So, yeah. Let's talk a little bit before we get into the 49ers Lions game. We got another big game happening this weekend as well. The Ravens and the Chiefs. A lot of people counted the Chiefs out before the playoffs were even here. We knew that, their offense hadn't been looking great. Still, wide receivers a concern for that team. A lot of balls are being dropped. Their defense have been playing great ball, though. So for once, Mahomes has a great defense. But man, you get to the playoffs and Mahomes he gets it done. Like, it may be ugly, like I said to start off the show. It may be ugly. It may not be what you're expecting, and it may not be what you're used to seeing. Just get the fucking win. And Mahomes finds a way to do it. Game in and game out, he's a freaking baller. Last week, Josh Allen was the sweetheart of the weekends, and Mahomes had to find, and the Chiefs finally had to play an away game. And guess what? They went into Buffalo and they won that game too. So, a lot of people, if you listen to the noise out there, and I said this last night on the show, the 49ers and the Chiefs, they shouldn't even show up to these games because the Ravens and Lions already got everything won. Like, it's already signed, sealed, delivered, like the way the media is talking. The Ravens have a great defense. Lamar's playing great football right now. I just can't look at that game and say that Mahomes is going to get beat until it happens. Like,
Tough.
I talk to you guys about this all the time. Like, until somebody shows me that there's something, I'm not going to just assume there's something, right? Like, and if you keep week in and week out showing me you're one way, I'm not just going to come onto the show and assume next week you're going to show up and be a different way. Like, I'm going to go by what you showed me. And up until this point, Mahomes, the Chiefs, Andy Reid, Andy freaking Reid, have shown me that when you get into the playoffs, you better bring everything that you got to beat them. And like, as much as I'm excited for our own game, like, I'm like, the stresses and the anxiousness and the worriedness and all that, like, I'm excited for this other game because I got no dog in the fight and I just get to watch a great football game. Like, the football fan in me is super excited for this Ravens Kansas City game. Who do you think comes out on top on that one?
Yeah, you hit some solid points. I feel the same way. Like, Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, the best coach quarterback duo in football, and I don't think it's close, to be honest, when it comes to quarterback coach situation. And saying that, I like Baltimore. Just think Baltimore, I don't know. They just have a more complete team. And you're right, like Patrick Mahomes, that just shows you, like, he's the ultimate, like, what do you call it? Like, franchise quarterback. Because you look at his weapons, I'm like, who are these dudes? Receivers are an issue. Yeah, he has a stud in Travis Kelsey. That guy Rice is starting to come into his own. But other than that, like you said, all these drops, but Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid still find a way to get it done. However, I just think that Baltimore is just, it looks hungry right now. Like, that game was so close against them and the Texans. All of a sudden, Baltimore just blew the doors off. I'm like, what the heck? 34-10. What happened? But yeah, it's hard. It's hard because you're looking at it. I'm like, dang, it's hard for me to count out Patrick Mahomes, but I just don't know. My gut is telling me that Baltimore's going to come away with the win.
Yeah. I've been, pretty much thinking Baltimore since even in the season that they would be in the Super Bowl with us. We'll see. Like I said, I think, there's a part of me that would say Baltimore would win the game, but I just can't count out Mahomes and Andy Reid till they actually get beat.
It's tough, yeah. And these are the last two teams that we lost to in the Super Bowl. Can't
Yep.
We need that revenge on either one of them. First, it was Baltimore in 2012, and it was Kansas City in 2019. We need to get one. We need to get revenge on one of these teams.
Yep. I don't want to look that far ahead because it's Lions now.
Sure.
You got to beat the Lions, but definitely revenge against either would be wonderful.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I think anybody that's an actual football fan that will be watching playoffs this weekend, I definitely think that'll be a great game to watch either way. And yeah, may the best team win. We'll see who we're gonna face in the Super Bowl. Um, we'll see who's gonna meet us here in Vegas for the Super Bowl. So going into this 49ers Lions game, hats off to the Lions, first of all, for making it this far. Obviously, they've done stuff that team hasn't seen in a long time. Great story, all that wonderfulness. But like I said last week, I don't care how good you are. I got confidence in my squad.
Mhm.
And until my squad goes out there and proves to me that they can't do it, I'm riding with them. So sorry, but your feel good story ends here, buddy. Because Goff, great. Your team gave up on you, traded you away. Now you've taken your other team to the NFC Championship. That's as far as it goes. Looking at this game, how you feeling? How confident are you? What you thinking about?
Well, first and foremost, that's what I want to say. The Lions getting to the NFC Championship just shows you that this is an ultimate team sport, like we mentioned before. Jared Goff has been to a Super Bowl, and this is his second NFC Championship, and ain't no way that man's a top 10 quarterback. So that just shows you right there wins and how far you get is not a quarterback situation. It's a whole full team sport.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I will say about that. That just proves the point right there because it's Jared Goff, 2 NFC championships. I will say this: I like our team
I didn't
far
see what
better.
Denise picked.
Oh, she said, "Hey, I saw what she
Oh,
picked too."
she's gonna go with the Bosa.
Yeah.
Okay, which Bosa, Denise? Oh, there's two of them.
Well,
Sorry
I
to
think
interrupt
yeah.
you.
No, you're good. Which one did you?
The big body or the little body? The color one or the black and white looking one? Let me know. Let me know. Okay, go ahead.
And before I go ahead, I'm gonna go ahead uh, and bust somebody's chops real quick because
Busting balls around here.
yeah, Travis King. I love what you're doing, brother. Making content for the 49ers. I'm all for it. But talking about you want to see Eminem at the 50-yard line to a rap battle, that's some absolute foolishness. Come on, bruh. He will destroy you. Like I thought that was comedy when I saw him say, "I'll meet you at the 50-yard line." That's comical. But anyway, like I said, I love your confidence, brother. But come on now, let's get realistic around these parts. Um, so yeah, didn't used to say Jimmy G just wins. That was not me. Everybody on this chat can confirm that. I've never
We
said
said the
that.
media says, we were just talking about the media saying Jimmy G just wins. Not
Yeah,
us saying that.
yeah, not even close. So,
Big
yeah, I like
difference.
our yeah for real. I like our team way better than the Lions. But as it says under my name right here, let's put the Lions back in their den because I think that's where they're going. We're gonna pack them up and send them home. But I will say, I love me some Dan Campbell. He's a heck of a coach. He's gutsy. And he has no fear. He'll call a play and
He'll
trick
bite
you
your
try
kneecap.
on the 4th and 4, huh?
He'll bite your kneecap.
Bite your kneecap. Yeah, he's crazy, and I just hope that we don't get caught off guard on one of these plays and stuff like that. I hope that we're ready because like in that last game, we looked unprepared for most of the game. And we need to go ahead and come out fierce and just say this is what we need to do. We need to come out there and punch them in the mouth and pack them up home early. I love the story. I love what the Lions have done. I think when they won, that was their first playoff win in 30 years or something like that. Like that's crazy. Like you said, it's a nice feel good story. Yeah, like for 4th and 20, the man to go for it. I'm like, man, this man
Mm-hmm.
is crazy. But yeah, so I just hope that because he's like that, because he has no fear, he calls these moves that are like head scratching, but for the most part, it works. I'm like, man, kudos to you. We need to be ready for it. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we just need to go ahead and yeah, let's go ahead and just finish that. I got us winning this game, and I think we win by at least 10 points.
Woo!
I do.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. 49ers drive calls him Dan Gamble, and
Yeah, for
Kyle
real.
even talked about this in his presser. Like, they're willing to take a lot of chances, and that can either go one or two ways. It can go good for them or it can go bad for them. You just got to hope at the end of all of it that you're on the better side, right? Like it's coming, he's going to do it. So you got to be ready for it and you got to fucking stop it. Like, it's still
You do.
football,
Yep.
like, do it. Like, they asked yesterday about, oh, how would you attack this defense? And honestly, like, I'm not scared of this defense. Like, nothing about this defense is scary. They got Hutchinson on the end. The rest of the D line is meh, meh, meh. I'm not worried about it. I think finally, for once, our quarterback might have a clean pocket right back there. Like, hopefully our O line ain't getting beat like a freaking drum the entire game, like this last game. But the defense, I'm not worried about. Now, the offense, on the other hand, like you just talked about Goff. Okay, we know what Goff is, right? We know that he's going to get the ball where it needs to go, and he's been doing that. Now, we need our fucking defensive line to actually show up.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Do something for that you're getting paid for all this money, all the way across the defensive line. Put pressure on Goff. Make him nervous. He should be back there shitting his pants because that's when he makes mistakes. You have to rattle him, get in his head, thump him, make him feel you. And guess what? They have a wonderful O-line over there. So it's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
Bring the blitz, do what you got to do. Fucking bring the stunts, whatever you got to do. You got to get home. We know Goff can't run. So you get home. He shouldn't be escaping. If I see Goff escaping out of that pocket and running, oh my God, you have no idea how pissed I'm going to
be. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Like the money that's being thrown at this D line for them not getting the pressure that they're not getting is shameful. Like it's absolutely crazy. Like I said, I don't even think that Jordan Love was sacked one time, was he?
No.
That's crazy. Yeah, like that's just that's crazy. And yeah, this is where we miss Hufanga because he was great on the blitzing off that edge. So we need to get creative on defense. Like I don't care if you have to send Fred Warner on a few blitz plays. Do what we need to do, like you said, make Jared Goff uncomfortable because if he sits back there comfortable, he's pretty good. That tight end they got, that rookie James Laporte or whatever his name is, he's really good.
Awesome.
Laporte,
Amon
St. Raw is good. Like
awesome.
they have some. Yes,
their
they got
running
some
game,
weapons.
you have to stop the run. As great as we just talked, their wide receiver, their tight end, you have to stop the run.
Yeah,
that is their bread and butter. That is what they live by. They have two awesome running backs, amazing 1-2 punch they got there because both those guys could be a number one. And they are both playing great football. You have to stop the run, put the ball in Jared Goff's hands, and force him to make mistakes. We need our defense to come through in this game. We can't have a showing like last week. We need them to be on their A game. You can't be having runners just escape and be running fucking free.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like we need our defense to be on top of their game, stop the run, make him pressure his ass, and we need our offense to do their thing, put up points, put up 30 plus fucking points, and send them the fuck home. Like I'm tired of it. Like it stops now. Like the 49ers are too damn good for us to keep going and being like the team that everybody's counting out, like the weak link of the four teams that are left. Like that definitely shouldn't be the way. It definitely should be the other way around, but here we are.
Yeah, Drake Jackson had surgery. For somebody's asked, he had surgery on his leg, and he said he'll be back stronger next year. Yeah, so he's been out for a while. But yeah, you're right. Like that run game and Gibbs, and oh my God, they're a nice 1-2 punch. And somebody brought up Jameis Williams. He's a burner, dude from Alabama. I think he's in second or third year. Yeah, I mean, like you said, they have a pretty good collective group of weapons too. Somebody said Laporta potty. I like that. But yeah, he's really good. I mean, he was a rookie. Everybody thought they made a mistake by giving away that tight end to the Vikings. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh yeah.
They traded him. They're like, oh, I can't believe they traded a tight end within the division, and this and that. Sam Laporta is a good time, huh?
Hutch something.
Yes, him.
He was
Yeah, him.
friends with Kittle.
Yeah, T.J.
I forget.
Hawkinson.
Yeah, Hawkinson. Yeah,
Yeah. So
and
yeah,
he was there with
everybody.
the
Yeah.
age. Thank you,
Yeah, he went to
podcast.
Iowa too. Yeah, he's went to the same college. Yeah, but Sam Laporta, man, like I said, Dan Campbell, he's done a heck of a job since he's been there. We can't overlook them as we should see. I mean, I was looking on Twitter all week. Everybody had blowouts. I think Izzy had a pretty close game of 24-14, but everybody else was like, line. I mean, 49ers are going to beat Packers 35-10, 35-17. Like
I mean, I
everybody had
hope
a
so, but
yeah, and that's what I mean. Of course, that's what we hope. But I'm just saying, like everybody had blowouts, like 2 or 3 scores, and then look what happened. We won by a field goal. So I'm kind of glad we had a game like this because then you're like, man, I can't go in there just lackadaisical thinking I'm gonna go in there and dominate every opponent. Because I think I saw a stat where all of our wins this year in the all the wins this year in the regular season were by 2 scores or more. Did you see that?
mhm.
All of our wins. This is the first win that we had that was only by a field goal. That was less than a touchdown. So I'm glad we had a game like this to show, like, look, we need to come out there on our game because, like you said, it's win or go home. I don't want to be in Cabo. I don't want to be in Cabo yet. I'm not even going to be here for the Super Bowl, but on February 11th, I need the 49ers to touch down at the Las Vegas airport.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what needs to happen here. So yeah, I mean, obviously it'll be a week before that, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah. So if you want me to give a score prediction, I can.
Sure.
I'm gonna say I said 10 points, but I really meant 2 scores. I'm gonna say 30-21 is gonna be the score. Niners.
All right. Oh, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 35-23.
Okay. Diego got us blowing them out for real.
Mm-hmm.
42-17.
Got 35-21, 32-17, 31-20. I definitely could see, like you and Vito say, like a score around there, like 30-21, 31-20,
Yeah.
even like the 30-17. Like I could definitely see that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Ooh.
Hardcast's gonna be making me freaking be in the hospital after the damn game if we gotta be dealing with that shit. I'll have like 30 people will block me on Twitter. I'll have to be in the hospital. Hardcast.
Okay. Diego said 42-17 if Debo
Right.
plays. Okay. I can see. Okay.
Everything that I'm figuring is if Debo's playing
Mhm.
because I'm expecting him to play. 28-17. All right. You know what time it is? Let's do
Giveaway.
the giveaways to end the show. Get your numbers in 1 through 100. No duplicates. Starting with, I'm sure, Melissa.
Did she put a number in yet?
Well,
Nobody's
starting
put
with Denise with 54.
Denise, 54. Perfect. Okay.
All right.
Warner, Bosa, and Reed.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm calling it Bosa, Warner, Reed in that order.
Hold on. You said what are you doing in what order?
Bosa, Warner, Reed.
Okay. Bosa. Okay. Make sure I got everything together here.
Miss Debbie.
Okay. Got it. Bosa, Warner, Reed. Got
I
it.
hope I can live to be the age that I can be putting in 69.
Same. I got 25
That's
years
amazing.
left.
Still out there acting younger than all of us, so.
That's right.
She's another one. Worked hard, now she's playing hard.
Yep, you have to.
Get to enjoy.
I was told when I was a kid, you got to pay to play.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fam, I hope next week we're back here getting ready for another game because I'm not ready for our season to end.
Mm-mm.
We got to keep this rolling.
I don't want to see
2
no
more
players in the Pro
wins.
Bowl.
Yep. 2 more wins we need. Like, to think that, man, last season, our season ended in heartbreak fashion at the same spot that finally, like, you have to start. It's not like you get to just come back to this same spot and pick up where you left off, right? Like, the guys had to put in blood, sweat, tears all over again, do it all over again. Put their bodies on the line, all this to fight and win all these games to get back to the same spot that they were last year when, things didn't go our way. So I really hope that, things are turning around for our guys this year.
Absolutely.
Yes, and we have paid our dues.
That's good.
Got your numbers in? Last call, get your numbers. Give you guys another minute.
Yeah, that's my
Looks
goal.
like
After I retire, I want to get like RV and just travel the country. Go from state to state, eat at a bunch of
that's what we're
different
planning to do.
restaurants. Yes, that's awesome. Yeah.
CMC, he needs to go off.
Yeah, I think he will. I think he'll have at least 2 touchdowns.
We'll see who the game plan, because from all accounts, it was a Debo game last game, and then he went out, so it kind of ruined all that. But even Kittle had said, from the game plan, like, they were planning on Debo to have a 3-touchdown, 300-yard game. Like, that's, that's how heavy Debo game plan it was. So to lose him right at the beginning of the game, like, really sucked. So, like, we'll see. We know it's usually not the same player, and I doubt it's a heavy Debo game plan with him being, not 100%.
It'll be a decoy for the most part, I
yeah.
believe. Yeah.
So, I mean, put CMC there.
Yeah. The 49ers
you
drive,
have
is that correct? About Moody's parents? Said they're Lions fans. If he misses, they're gonna be like, "Oh, he did it for his parents." And all
No,
this other stuff.
Alberto. We're about to call last call, so you still have time. Get your number in there. All right.
I agree, Diego.
All right. Last call. Let's go. No more numbers. All right, so we're drawing Bosa. For those that weren't here earlier, we're drawing Bosa, Defensive Player of the Year, Tidal Wave. And then we'll draw the Fred Warner, Bang, busting up the Cowboys. And then to end it up, we got the Eric Reed numbered rookie card. Show some love to our old guys. All right, let's draw. Good luck.
Okay, Vito, I appreciate that.
$91, Bosa. Warner.
Dang.
87.
It's been high numbers
All
today.
the high numbers, man. And the Eric Reed rookie card. 68.
Dang.
No low numbers.
None. So, let's take for Bosa and Warner. I messed up on the chips here. Let's see here. I appreciate that, Vito, but I'm still going to go up and check just to confirm there was no mistakes. But I do appreciate what you did for us.
Yeah, appreciate you, sir.
Okay, so dang. Do you hear the jets, Miriah?
Mm-mm.
Oh. Nellis Air Force Base going crazy. So it looks like David Corona won the Bosa and the Warner.
All right. David Corona. Got Bosa and Warner going in your bag, sir. Congrats.
And then for the Eric Reed, with his number was 68. Miss Debbie, of course, 69.
Miss Debbie. I think I have a bag here still for Miss Debbie. Congrats, Miss Debbie. Eric Reed, rookie card. Let me play a little video for all of our winners. Congrats, everybody. We appreciate you guys. You guys are very welcome. Closing thoughts, TL, before we get out of here.
Nothing really. I just, it's glad to see that our Niners are still in it. This has been huge. I don't think. Oh, I can't say nobody. I feel there was a small percentage of fans who were kind of like in doubt of how the season were going to start because with the uncertainty of quarterback. Even though after the Trey Lance trade, people were still like, man, how are we gonna execute? Is Brock Purdy ready? We knew everything else was in place. It was all what happened with the quarterback situation and the fact that he stayed healthy all year. And it's funny, when Kyle keeps his quarterbacks healthy, he takes his places. Whether it was Jimmy G, whether whoever the case may be, he takes his place when he has a healthy quarterback. So yeah, I'm just, and growing up, it was funny. I used to root for the Lions just because of Barry Sanders, but he ain't there no more. Let's go out and destroy these dudes. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, I have a gut feeling. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think 30-21. I mean, if it's like 30-26, I still probably won't even be surprised. It's just because of Campbell and his way he likes to gamble a little bit. But yeah, like I said, I think the main thing is we're healthy. If Debo plays, he won't be overly used. He'll just be more as a decoy because you still got to account for him.
Yep.
And I just think it's going to be a great game. I think we're in a treat for this game. For actually all weekend, we're in a treat for both playoff games. So yeah, like you said, I think keys to the victory, us stopping their run game, because we've shown in the past that we struggle sometimes against the run, and they have a great 1-2 punch. So if we can just stop the run game, create turnovers like Dre Greenlaw did last week, get a couple turnovers, and like Miriah said, if you rattle Goff, he starts making mistakes. Like he just, he tries to do too much, and yeah, Jameson Williams, they have a burner in him. They have a well-rounded offense, to be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like I said, I think both offenses will do their thing a little bit, but I think this game comes down to what defenses create the most turnovers. I just think that's what's going to happen. I think the weather conditions this week is supposed to be better as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, I think those are just my final thoughts. And like I said, I really do think we get this win.
Yeah. Your brother says home field advantage. Like, we definitely need to take advantage of that, right? Like, the faithful need to bring it. You guys were loud this last game. Even in the rain, even the conditions, like the faithful have been so amazing this season, whether it's home, away, like you all travel so good. Loud wherever we go. We don't let nobody, we walk into every single stadium that we play at and take over. And no other teams, I don't think, can say that. Like, the faithful, they do it, and they do it right. So, I know you guys are going to be in there. You're going to be loud. We need to bring it for our guys. Every little bit we all got to do our part, every little bit. So be there, be loud, be safe. Please, everybody stay safe this weekend. Don't let nobody get you into a crazy situation. All right. But yeah, this is Armstead's second game back now, so I'm expecting him to be better. If we can get Kalia Davis back, that'll be awesome to have both those guys. Anything to help stop this run. And yeah, I'm expecting it to be a good game. Like you said, a good weekend of football, playoff football. It doesn't have to be great. It doesn't have to be beautiful. It doesn't have to be none of that. Just get the win and get us to the Super Bowl. One more win and we're at the Super Bowl. That's all we need right now. So yeah, get through it healthy, get through it, leave everything you got. I'm expecting our guys to be ready. They hear the noise, as much as they try to shut it all out, you have the media there asking them questions about all of it, so they hear it, they see it, they understand. Even Brandon Ayuk got up there and like he said, the time is now. They asked him, oh, do you want to get, Trent Williams and these older guys to a Super Bowl? And he said, I want to get myself to a Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Like what, like the time is now, get it done. So like I said, I hope to see everybody back here next week. We're talking about another win and getting ready for that Super Bowl. But whatever happens, we'll be here either way. And tomorrow at 3 Pacific time, I'll be back with the GOAT herself, Steph Sanchez. I think we have a special guest coming on with us tomorrow as well. So make sure you tune in. Great show. I have a lot of good stuff planned for us to talk about. And yeah, chat, you guys are awesome as always. The best chat. I don't care about any of these other channels, how big, small, whatever their chats are. We have the best chat. Crazy amounts of insights, love, everything in this chat. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys so much. We couldn't do what we do without you guys. So you guys definitely make our job easier, and it is great.
Definitely.
Mods, you guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys as always. Everybody keeping the giveaways in line, keeping everything set up. You guys are awesome. Vito, appreciate you. Yeah, much love, fam. Until next time, we're out of here, faithful. Take care of yourselves.